Very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic being covered is trade and tariffs, reinventing fairness for harmony, stability and public good. Ladies and gentlemen, trade is the lifeblood of civilizations, a force that has shaped nations, forged alliances, and defined economic destinies. Tariffs, as instruments of regulation, are not new. They have been wielded since ancient times to safeguard interest, ensure reciprocity, and maintain stability. Yet today, the world finds itself at a crossroads. Major economies are entangled in an escalating cycle of trade conflicts driven by short-term national priorities, but often overlooking the long-term consequences. The complexity of trade wars, tariff impositions, and retaliatory actions extends beyond economic policy. It disrupts diplomatic ties, fractures alliances, destabilizes global markets, and most critically, jeopardizes public welfare. As the great Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, "He who seeks harmony must first examine himself." The true path to trade fairness lies not in confrontation but in self-reflection, reasoned bilateral dialogue, and balanced reciprocity. No sustainable economic relationship can thrive if one side seeks to exploit the other by being unfair. Trade is not merely an exchange of goods and services. It is a strategic and economic equilibrium that requires fairness as its foundation. Since ancient civilizations, societies have flourished through fair commerce. The Silk Road prospered not by force but through mutual benefit, and the Roman Empire's vast trade network thrived on structured policies that respected economic interdependence. Ancient India's trading systems flourished because they valued ethical trade practices, as reflected in the Arthashastra, which states trade should be fair and wealth should be earned righteously. At its core, every nation desires economic progress, social stability, and prosperity for its people. The rationale is simple: exporting surplus goods and importing what is scarce creates equilibrium. However, when trade policies are skewed, when tariffs become weapons instead of stabilizers, and when self-interest overrides collective good, the system collapses into discord. The world today faces multiple crises: post-pandemic economic fragility, geopolitical tensions, widening disparities, and social unrest. In such an environment, reckless economic actions driven by domestic compulsions or populist narratives carry consequences far beyond national borders. History has shown that economic discord, if left unchecked, has led to systemic instability. Trade disruptions, when driven by narrow self-interest rather than balanced policy, have triggered unintended chain reactions in global commerce. The lesson remains clear. Fair trade is not a compromise. It is a necessity for long-term economic sustainability. Yet, the general public often receives Yet, the general public often perceives trade disputes through a narrow political lens, unaware of the deeper realities of global economic governance. Governments must therefore rise above short-term interests and adopt a long-term sustainable approach. Trade should not be a battleground of tit-for-tat policies, but a structured framework of fairness. As the Mahabharata wisely states, a ruler's first duty is justice, for without fairness, neither peace nor prosperity can endure. The current global order must internalize this wisdom. What's the way forward? No relationship, economic or diplomatic, can survive unless both parties are fair to each other. Fairness is not a weakness. It is the only path to sustainability. Unilateral actions, retaliatory tariffs, and economic coercion may provide temporary advantages but erode trust in the long run. The most rational step forward is self-introspection. Every nation, every government, and every leadership must first evaluate its own trade practices before condemning others. Only through honest self-examination can a fair and balanced framework be achieved. Engagement rather than escalation must be the guiding principle. Respectful dialogue based on mutual economic benefit should replace reactionary trade policies. The role of international trade bodies, particularly the WTO, must also evolve to uphold fairness, ensuring that no nation is unfairly disadvantaged. Here, the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita offers a guiding light. A leader should not disturb the minds of the ignorant who are attached to results. Instead, by performing all actions in a spirit of duty, he should inspire others to do the same. This verse emphasizes that leadership in trade and economic affairs should be rooted in wisdom and responsibility, not reactionary measures that unsettle global equilibrium. Nations must lead by example, fostering policies that inspire fairness rather than deepen divisions. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, trade is not a zero-sum game. It is a delicate balance that determines the economic well-being of billions. In an era of volatility, criticism and condemnation will not yield stability. Only fairness and trust will. As the Greek philosopher Socrates once observed, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The world must move beyond economic confrontation to economic cooperation, beyond self-serving protectionism to shared prosperity. The real challenge is not just ensuring national interests, but fostering a trade ecosystem that serves the public good, ensures global stability, and upholds the principles of fairness and trust. Only then can trade truly become a force for harmony rather than discord, for stability rather than uncertainty, and for the greater good rather than narrow self-interest. Good luck, best wishes, and God bless.